Hi, Facebook Live. This is Wanda with Improved Credit Consulting Firm. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I appreciate your patience. I just wanted to get everything ready for you guys to make sure that I am well prepared. I wanted to basically thank you for your support online. Again, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your likes. Anytime I post things about improved credit, testimonials, anytime I post anything regarding, my thoughts or just any opinions, I appreciate the fact that you follow me and that you are there to support me. It's always great to have friends on Facebook that I can rely on. So you guys are the best, honestly, the best. But I am here, social media, to talk to you guys about our school. Now, between my business partner and I, we've been coming together and talking about this school for some time now. I've actually had a dream about starting Improved Credit School for a long time. I started 16 years ago as a loan processor, for some of you that may not know my background. And in that time frame, when I was a loan processor, I found out that I was a victim of identity theft. And as a young, girl graduating from college, not knowing that my identity was stolen, it was devastating to one day pull credit and realize that a lot of the debt on my credit didn't even belong to me, and I didn't know how to handle that. So it was really frustrating. I didn't know how to handle that. It was really scary at the time. I really didn't know how to handle credit when I was in my early 20s, right after college. So when I graduated from college and began to learn about credit, when I became a loan processor, I started actually using my customers as guinea pigs. I asked them, could I help them fix their credit so that I could help them get loans? And a lot of them really gave me just a lot of trust and said to me, sure, you can definitely, guinea pig to help them fix their credit. And believe me when I tell you, there were times when I failed in helping people fix credit and when I had a lot of successes. But in those times of failures, I learned. And that was 16 years ago of trial and error and, successes. And it was a time of learning. And from that time of learning, I was able to just really hone in my skills. So now, 16 years later, for those of you that may not know, I wrote a book and then I had it published. It was first published with Denmark Publishing, which is called Credit Repair, Real Answers to Your Credit Problems. And then I took over the publishing rights and I self-published it. So now it's available online, pretty much in every bookstore, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon.com. Every bookstore you can imagine, it's available online. And it's $18.99 online for paperback, and Kindle version, it's $9.99. So if you're interested in purchasing this book, it's worth it. Even the Kindle version, it's just worth knowing about credit repair. And in my book, I talk about how to establish credit, how to repair credit. I talk about bankruptcy, like what options you have if you're considering bankruptcy. I talk about debt management, how to manage your debt, how to negotiate with your credit card providers if you have high interest rates with your credit card debt. I even talk about identity theft, how to protect your credit from identity theft. I talk about how to interpret a credit report. If you ever had somebody pull credit from a bank, you'll get like an actual credit report that is just so confusing. And I actually have it in my first chapter on how to interpret that, how to actually read it. So in this book, I even have like myths in the back chapter that talks about things that are myths and things that are, facts. So it's a good book. And I basically also talk about different things regarding like, when it comes to identity theft, things that have to do with civil things. It's not just fraud with credit, but there's also civil fraud, there's criminal fraud, there's medical fraud. So I talk about everything that has to do regarding credit and also other items that you may not be aware of. So it's a good book. I mean, it's one of those books that you want to keep in your library and hand them over to your children because you don't want to lose this book. It's one of those educational books that you want to hold on to for the rest of your life and hopefully hand them over to your kids. But this is something I want to stress to you, look for online. Definitely order some for you and your children. It's definitely worth it. Now, school is starting here on Thursday, October 26th. So I'm excited. I'm looking to basically franchise the business. But of course, it's open to all. Anyone interested in repairing credit on their own, anyone interested in franchising the business, it's open to all. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to have two sections of our school. One who want to learn credit repair and want to do it themselves, and the other who want to actually franchise the business. And I've actually opened it so that you can franchise it even if you live in the state of North Carolina. So this is what I've decided. I'm actually open to having improved credit franchises all over North Carolina, because at this point in my life, I figured, why not? Why not have improved credit just everywhere in North Carolina? I'd rather people know that there's good credit repair companies out there instead of being scammed by other companies that don't provide good services. So I don't need to be the only one providing good services. I'd rather have people that are well trained under our school to be able to actually provide a service that works and that helps clients. So at this point, I'm not going to be selfish. I just want to provide the education and help you become successful. So I've actually decided to franchise it so that every one of you can be successful and be able to start this business from the ground up. So now the credit repair process for those that just want to repair credit is a 6-week course. And it's very affordable. It's a one-time fee of $1,000. It's a 6-week course, just $1,000. And that is it. It's due before October 26th. So if you're ready to go ahead and just start repairing credit and you want to do this on your own, I am going to take you on a journey of a 6-week course every Thursday. And that basically will begin from 6 to 7. So you want to take that time to go ahead and just take that 1-hour time frame every single time. It's an online course with me live, and you're going to want to log into zoom.com. I'm going to give you a PIN code, and there will be attendees in class with you online with me, and I'm going to basically provide inserts weekly so that you can prepare for that class. And it starts October 26th. It's a 6-week course. Credit repair, I will teach you how to repair your own credit. This is $1,000 per student, and it's a 6-week course. So it's affordable, and it's due before October 26th. School starts October 26th for this fall. And of course, we'll have classes for spring. So if you can't sign up now and you want to start in the spring, go ahead and PM me here on Facebook, or you can email me, wanda@improvecredit.biz, and I'll go ahead and send you information for spring so that we can get started with that. But like I said, payment is due before October 26th. It's $1,000 per student, and we want to go ahead and get you started with that. We will provide you information regarding our book, and then we're going to go ahead and provide inserts for each class. So those are for those that want to repair their own credit. It's $1,000. It's a 6-week course, and I'm going to walk you through each and every step of repairing credit on your own. It's a great class. You're going to learn so much. Now, for those that want to franchise our business, that is a 12-week course. That is $8,800. I mentioned earlier that we do have a payment plan available where you don't need financing at this point. I'm in the process of looking for banks that will provide in-house lending, so once I have that available, I'll let you know about it. But for right now, we do provide options for you to pay it on your own. So we will require a deposit of $1,500 before October 26th. You can put it on a credit card, or you can wire that into our accounts. And if you need information on how to wire that, feel free to PM me on Facebook, or you can call us at 704-877-8739, or you can email me directly, wanda@improvecredit.biz, IMPROVE credit.biz. Now, the down payment of $1,500 is due before October 26th because classes do start then. And that is a class that is a 2-hour class every week for 12 weeks. So that begins from 7 to 9. So be prepared. And that's a 12-week commitment, okay? Once a week beginning October 26th from 7 to 9, okay? 12-week commitment. Once a week every Thursday. And you'll also log into zoom.com. I'll give you a PIN code, and it's an online course. So if you're local, I will eventually have a place where you can meet with me. For those that are not local, you will basically log in online, and I will have a class where those that are local can come and those that are not local will be able to log in. So we'll have basically an interactive class that are local and those logging in. But for now, it's online, and eventually I will have students that are with me and students that are online. So it'll be a mixture of both. But not to make anything confusing, everything will be online for now. But yeah, so there will be a section for credit repair clients that just want to fix their own credit and want to learn on their own. That's a 6-week course, October 26th, and that will be from 6 to 7. It's $1,000 flat, and that's due before October 26th. And then, of course, I said there's a franchise business that is a 12-week course, and the $1,500 down payment is due before October 26th. And then we'll talk about monthly installments, which we can definitely put in a 12-month installment plan for you, so it's affordable. Now, with that, franchise business comes with, basically, you become a member with us, you get certified, you will have a 1-800 customer service line, which basically means that you have access to us at all times. You have your own email account. So it's one of those things where you become connected. You're not just, basically getting your 12-week certification and then you're out on your own. It's not like that. You actually get continuing education through us. So it's one of those things where you're getting newsletters from us on a monthly basis that you can share for marketing. You get continued education from us that we will have annually, so that you can come for conferences that we will have for you to learn, grow, and flourish. It's one of those things where we're not going to just leave you be. We want you to succeed. And then basically we're here to help you succeed, and we're going to connect you with people to help you with marketing and help you with, connecting with other people in the business that are realtors and investors and mortgage bankers. So our goal is to help you grow, and our goal is to help you get out there and just become successful in your area. So wherever you're at, regardless if you live here in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, New York, New Jersey, California, Colorado, it doesn't matter where you live, excuse me, you are welcome. Please join us for these classes. It begins October 26th. So we will begin our credit repair clients that want a 6-week course, October 26th, beginning at 6 for 1 hour. And our students that want to franchise our business from 7 to 9 as well, October 26th. So thank you for joining me, but I want to share with you a tidbit about how to remove debt. So I'm sure that's what you're here for as well, and I want to teach you about that. Okay, so before I go, any one of you that have debt, regardless if it's medical debt, utility debt, if it's miscellaneous debt, it could be like a cell phone bill, it could be whatever, it could be a rental apartment bill, it could be a repossession, it could be a personal loan. Let's exclude student loans, because student loans, once you have a student loan, you have it forever. It's not going nowhere. So don't include that, because that's a government loan. But everything else, when you have a debt, if you have never paid on it, if you've never settled on it, and it's on there and you've never spoken to anyone about it, meaning like you never got a phone call and verified your identity that it was yours, you have to go ahead and you've got to find out when it was charged off. Now, the way to do that without re-aging the debt, and what I mean by re-aging is when you find out the date it was charged off, you're going to basically contact the debtor, and you're going to tell them, I'm not calling to make a payment. It's really important you say this, because if you call them and you say, my name is John Smith, my social security number is 123456778, and they pull up your information and they say, oh, you've got an AT&T bill for $125. How would you like to pay that today? Because that's right away they're going to say that. You're going to say, I'm not calling to pay this bill. I'm not even saying it's my bill. I just need one thing from you. Can you please tell me when this debt was charged off? And the moment they tell you the date it was charged off, you write it down. And then after they give you the date, you hang up that line. I mean it, you hang up that line. You don't even entertain a conversation because they will say to you, okay, well, the date of charge off was October 31st of 2001. Okay. And then they'll say, well, how would you like, you hang up that line, because if you entertain the idea of ever paying that bill, even verifying that bill is yours, the moment you verify the bill is yours, or you entertain that you're going to pay it, it re-ages the debt, and that 7-year clock starts all over again. So be careful not to verify the bill is yours. Call them and say, I think I have a debt. Don't even say that. Just say, I'm calling to ask one question. I don't even know if this debt is mine, but I would like to find out when this debt was charged off. And then the moment they pull it up with your social security number and they give you that charge off date, then you write that down and you add 7 years from that date, and you'll know if it's old. You'll know if it's over 7 years old from that date, the date it was charged off. So if it's over 7 years old, you make sure you remember who you spoke with, because they're always going to say their name most of the time. If they don't say their name, obviously ask them, I'm sorry, what was your name again? And they'll say, my name is John Smith, ID number 1234. If they don't give you their ID number, then ask them, do you have an ID number? And then they can give you their ID number. If they don't have one, then say, well, do you have an extension number? If they say, no, I don't actually have an extension number, then say, well, what's your last name? And they'll say, well, my last name is, because then if they don't have an ID number and they don't have an extension, they obviously have to verify their name. They'll say, well, I'm sorry, I can't give you my last name, but I can give you the first initial of my last name. Well, that's fine too. So write down John P., but make sure you write down the name of the representative, because that's important too. You're going to end up writing a letter to the Bureau. So you're going to write down who you spoke with. Okay, so you have the date. So they said, October 31st of 2001. Obviously, that's old, right? So you're going to go ahead and you're going to write a letter, very simple letter. My name is John Smith. My social security number is 1234567. I live at blah, 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 And then you're going to include a copy of your license, a copy of your social security card, a copy of a utility bill, so that you can verify your identity to the Bureau. And then you're going to include a description of your conversation on that letter. Say, I spoke with Representative April Whitaker, and she mentioned that my AT&T bill was charged off October 31st of 2001. So I would like for you to remove this debt because this debt is over 7 years old. Simple. And then sincerely, John Smith. And when you submit that with a copy of your license, your social security card, and utility bill, make sure that you mail that letter certified mail return receipt, because you want to keep a paper trail of everything you're submitting to the Bureau, so that if they don't dispute it in time, if they don't investigate in time, you have some proof in case you have to file a complaint against the Bureau, or whatever you have to do against the Bureau, you have proof. So the bureaus usually take about 30 to 45 days to investigate a debt. So just keep that in mind. So within 4 to 6 weeks, you should get an updated credit report showing you that they've either investigated the debt and verified that actually it's not over 7 years old, that the representative may have given you false information and they found out when it was actually charged off, or that it actually is over 7 years old and they removed it. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. Now, I just gave you something simple because that is pretty simple. There are other things that are complex. Some customers have gotten to a place where they've re-aged the debt and the 7-year clock started all over again, so they can't get it removed. Or they called and for some reason the agent re-aged the debt and we've got to go in there and try to fight it. So that's where we come in as credit experts to help you to make sure that if you have really old debt, we can help you get it off your file. If you don't have really old debt, there are other options to resolve them, and that's what we're here for. So if you ever need our help and you want a one-on-one consultation, we only charge a consult fee of $99, and that's just part of our business and what we do. So feel free to call us anytime, 704-877-8739, and the consult fee is due after the educational session by phone. So feel free to call us anytime, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you join my school. We have a credit repair school. It's a 6-week course. We'll teach you how to repair your own credit. credit and do it well. It's just $1,000. It's due October 26th, and it starts from 6 to 7 it's online, and it's live with me every Thursday from 6 to 7. If you want to franchise our business, it's $8,800, but the down payment for school is $1,500, which is due October 26th as well. And then we'll basically talk about monthly installments with you so that it's affordable with your budget. And then you become part of our family. You become part of a membership with us where you get to come every year for a conference, and it's part of just getting continual education with us, and you have a customer service line and all the beautiful things about franchising a business. You have that support system with us. So guys, thank you for your support. And again, feel free to purchase this book. It's only $19.99 or $18.99 online, a paperback, and the Kindle version is $9.99. Credit Repair, Real Answers to Your Credit Problems. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.